Because some men aren't looking for anything logical, like money. They can't be bought, bullied, reasoned, or negotiated with. Some men just want to watch the world burn.
Baruch Yahweh, Baruch Yahweh Shai, Baruch Yahweh, Baruch Yahweh Shai, Baruch Yahweh, Baruch Yahweh Shai, call Allah Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakal Kadash, double honors to the apostles and elders which are a great millstone. Peace and blessings to the sincere Aki and pushing the truth and sincerity and diligently putting the videos up throughout the week to feed the sheep. This is McQuad from the Trumpet and Reed Camp, and I'm gonna get right into it. So it says Mike Bloomberg says, I will charge Americans with domestic terrorism for hate crimes if elected. So Mike Bloomberg wants to be elected. He said if he is elected, he's going to charge Americans for hate crime. And what he deems as hate crime is people who are so-called anti-Semitic. Okay. It says billionaire presidential candidate Michael Bloomberg said he would charge Americans with domestic terrorism for hate crimes if elected, and bash nativists in America before affirming his commitment to Israel remaining a Jewish state in a recent interview with the Jewish Telegraph Agency. Mike Bloomberg, anti-Semitism is a problem on the right and the left. Here's how I'll combat it. If combat it from day one, anti-Semitic violence is on the rise. We've seen it in the New York area, including the recent horrific attacks in Jersey City and across the country. As a Jew, as a Jew, as an American, and as a human being, I am deeply disturbed every time I hear about these hate crimes. So they're talking about the Jersey City thing, and we know that was they tried to pin that on the Hebrew Israelites. Okay, and this guy himself claims to be a Jew, which is a fucking lie, because you know this rat is not a Jew. But the point is, this is Esau once again trying to be slick and try to come after the Israelites. Okay, and which we already know eventually this was going to happen one day period. We know this is like a thing that's going to happen. We know they're going to turn. We know everything they do is based on destroying our people. Okay, why? Because they fear the day that the Israelites will rise up, because they know that means the fall of their kingdom. Okay, and now that they see the Israelites rising up, they're scared, and now they want to try to shut this down before, I guess, all Israel can wake up. But it's already too late. The fire's been lit, and destruction is going to come. As a matter of fact, that just reminded me of the movie Justice League. I believe it's Batman versus Superman. And at the end of the movie, you see Batman goes to the brand Lex in a jail, and Lex says to him, "It's already too late. The bell's already rung." And and uh and basically the war is coming. And that's just like what's gonna happen to Esau. It's already too late. There's nothing you can do to stop it. The bell's rung and the war is coming. It says not the war we're gonna do, just to clear that up. Yahweh was gonna send his son back, Yahweh Shai, and the legions of angels, and they're gonna get busy. Okay? Which you can read about in Isaiah the 66th chapter, um, second Esdras, I believe the 13th chapter or the 14th chapter. Uh Revelation, the first chapter, Isaiah, the 63rd chapter, just to name a few off the top. It says, when the president calls his supporters real Americans, an echo of the language that nativists, anti-Semites, and the KKK used for many decades, he undermines our fundamental national values. When he is silent and even supportive through his words and tweets as racist groups spread hate, he puts the public safety of our communities at risk. So basically, trying to make everybody come up against Trump, say he's not doing enough against hate crime. It says he promotes conspiracy theories that are built on lies and prejudice. We must remember anti-Semitism is the original conspiracy. Oh, see, there it is right there. Anti-Semitism is the original conspiracy theory, and who's spreading that? The so-called, well, Semitism not a thing, because there's no such thing as a Semite, because there is no son named Sem, right? There's a Shem, there's Shemites. There's no such thing as Semites, but what they're talking about are the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, which are the true biblical Israelites, and we are against those fake Jews, okay? And not only us, but the Most High God, and ultimately the Most High God, He's the one with the big problem, and we're coming and just letting them know that this place is going to be destroyed, and they're going into captivity, which is not our words; these are directly out the scriptures. Okay, I'm gonna go to. It says, I will label hate crimes as domestic terrorism and charge perpetrators accordingly. I will launch a national coordinated effort led by the FBI director and Department of Justice to crack down on violent extremists. Um, Look at this. It says, let me be clear. I strongly oppose the BDS movement, and I vehemently disagree with everyone who fails to see why the Jewish people deserve a permanent Jewish state. And that's what we talk about. Okay, to us as Israelites, this place coming down, their land, those so-called land being destroyed, they're not them not being able to rise or fill the lands. That's what we talk about. Isaiah 14:21. Okay, prepare slaughter for his children, and these are the guys they want to come after. And he said, like I said, he's going to charge them with domestic terrorism. We like I said, we already know what Esau is up to. Okay, we already know what Esau is up to, but like I said, this isn't our words. These are the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. Watch this. I believe it's Ezekiel 25:25. Ezekiel 25:12. Thus saith Yahweh, because that of Edom have dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and have greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. Therefore, thus said Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and I will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Timon, and they of the Dan shall fall by the sword. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury. And they shall know my vengeance, says Jehovah Bashim Yahushua, because we know Jeremiah, the 51st chapter, goes into how Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to lift up a remnant of Israel. Just going to take some Edom down. It's going to take it to some people in this government when they try to come. What is that? Matter of fact, I was just there. Isaiah 59:19. It says, so shall they fear the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua shall lift up a standard against him, and remember, and Slaki, and the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and to them that turn from transgression, and Jacob, says Jehovah Bashim Yahushua, he's going to be the elect. It's going to turn from transgression. It's going to put all their faith into him. It's not going to stockpile weapons. It's not going to stockpile food, bomb shelter. They're going to completely have their faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. It says, as for me, this is my covenant with them, says Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, my spirit that is upon thee, and my words which I have put in thy mouth shall not depart out of thy mouth, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, says Jehovah Shemi Al Shai, from henceforth and forever, because the elect are not going to give silence night nor day. Okay, when you go into Romans, the 8th chapter, it goes into how no matter what happens unto the elect, they're not going to forsake Yahweh Shemi Al Shai. But back here, page 19, it says, so shall they fear the name of Yahweh Shemi Al Shai from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh Shemi Al Shai shall lift up a standard. Going to that word standard, it says to flee and escape, to take flight, depart, disappear, to drive hastily, to cause, to disappear, to hide, because to put to flight. So when you look at the elect, when Esau comes, some men and women, etc., of the elect are going to disappear, get out of Dodge. Some are going to actually fight back, right? Whatever what they were slated or allotted to do is going to happen. But when Esau comes, they're going to be protected. Okay, they're not going to be unguarded, so to speak. They're not going to be left to be destroyed. Okay, Yahweh Shem Yahshua said he's not going to forsake the ones who believe on him. Okay, they tell you that in Ecclesiasticus, the 2nd chapter. It goes into the faith and how he's never forsaken anybody who believed on him. But as you can see, Esau is making moves to come. Okay, and it's coming. The days are coming. The days are at hand. And like I said, Esau is definitely coming. And you brothers better be ready for what's to come. The best thing you could do is prepare for death mentally. Hope for the best, but plan for the worst. Don't have in your mind like, all right, I believe I'm the elect, so I'm going to get saved. No, have in your mind, you might be the elect, but you still might die. We all want salvation, to be saved and not be the ones that get tortured, captured, and killed. But at the end of the day, we don't know. So the best thing you could do is prepare for the worst mentally and spiritually, because we ain't talking about physical preparation, because that's not going to do you no good. Mentally and physically prepare yourself. Like, okay, I could die, my family could die, my wife can die, my children can die. Mentally, just prepare yourself for that. That could be a possibility on the table, because Yahweh Shai died, and he said we gotta be basically get ready for the same thing. We gotta be willing to drink that cup. So you gotta know, like, there's a possibility that cup could be on the table for you. But with that, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, Bashim Rakal Kadash, Adawan Ratazah Thumb, to Mayim Akim Yakal, Shalom.